Hey, what up, my fellow YouTubers? Um, so what I'm going to be doing today, it is a freaking hot summer day out here, and since I've had this car, I've never done a coolant flush, and I figured, you know what, it's time to actually do it now. So let's do it. Um, I've already bought actually the a new thermostat. I figured since I'm doing a coolant flush, good insurance, let's replace that. The RTV here, you're going to need some of that. And really, to do a coolant flush and replace the thermostat, this is an '08 Lancer GTS. Really, you just got to remove this. I'm going to remove the box to get better access because the thermostat housing is actually down there. Can't really see it right now, but it's down there. And just disconnect this hose and disconnect the bottom hose that's there. You can't really tell, it's so bright outside. But I already have, as you can see, the vehicle raised up on the jack stand, and we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. Okay, so what I found easy to disconnect that bracket around that lower radiator hose is actually undo these clips that are holding like this grill, and it's really easy. You actually just push it back. See, just kind of push them back. There you go. Alright, so now that you've pushed this back, that's going to give you some clearance to actually go ahead and you know, get your pliers to remove that bottom hose clamp. So let's go ahead. And it is a really tight spot. Don't get me wrong, this is not the easiest part. Alright, there you go. Push the hose clamp all the way back. Now what I do is I get down under and I just pull that hose back. There you go. Alright, next what we're going to do is remove this hose clamp, and you're also going to get water come out of here. Alright, we'll just climb back about there. Alright, go ahead and twist it. Alright, guess not. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and get to the thermostat housing. And to do so, I'm going to go ahead and remove this. By the way, I don't have these clips here, so it makes it really easy for me to just pop it out. Okay. Next, you're gonna need a 10mm to remove the throttle body there. All right. So that is a 10mm. Go ahead and remove that. Should be good. Now down in here, inside this, right behind the battery, you're gonna find this bolt too. That, go ahead and remove it. It's 10mm. I had mine just kind of hand tight. This hose right here, it's just a little rubber grommet. Go ahead and get it out. Okay, so now what we want to do is go ahead and push this guy back. There you go. So that comes loose. And now go ahead and pull that guy right out. You're gonna go ahead and disconnect your mass airflow sensor. And this guy comes right out. Set that side. Set it to the side. All right, now to remove those, it looks like we only have two. It's a 12mm. You can use a deep socket or a short socket, whatever, but it looks like there's only two. So what we're gonna do is actually go ahead and remove the thermostat, and then we're gonna put the housing back on so we can actually run a flush by, you know, which garden hose or whatever. So let's go ahead and get that out. Actually, I don't need my extension, it looks like. Okay. Make sure you don't lose those. Looks like for the bottom one, I'm gonna need a short socket. Okay, so I finally found what I actually needed. So it looks like short socket, 12 millimeter, with a swivel and you know, an extension. So go ahead and get it down in there. Well, let me get you guys in here so you guys know what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. There's your housing. There's your thermostat. Go ahead and remove that. Oh man, that was deep. It was really stuck in there. No worries. We'll get you out. And you're gonna get more water come out. That's good. That is what you want. So now really all you do to run the flush is stick a garden hose in through here. So the water goes in through this hose right here. Okay, in through this little upper whatever housing, into your block and all that, and then it's gonna come out from there. Okay, so as you can see, I've stuck the garden hose on this upper on that upper radiator hose, like I told you. You can see. So it's going up in through the body and out the thermostat housing there. Now you want to keep running that until that water comes out clear. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move over to the other hose. Alright, so let's do the other hose. Let's go ahead and remove this, get that out the way, stick it in there. Now, as you can see, you can't really tell in the camera, but the water actually is still coming out a little bit green. But I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there for at least a minute or two. Alright. Now I know you guys can't see it, but now I'm going to go ahead and connect this bottom hose back on. So it's on there nice and snug. Now to put this back on is really easy. You actually just snap it back in place. Alright, so now it's basically time to just put the new thermostat in. So with the thermostat, you always want the longer piece going in. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is put a little bit of this RTV, water pump and thermostat housing. You're going to put just very little on the on this piece here, on the back piece. Now I really can't get you guys a good angle, and I really do apologize, but what you want to do, pierce it, bam, okay, and you're going to put very little on it. You don't even need a whole lot. So I'm actually going to put it with my finger. As you can see, okay, you don't need a whole lot. So I'm gonna put the original one back on. don't want to over torque them because then you will pull the threads out of this. So it's got this little grommet, 2 on the side actually, 1, 2, and I'm sorry, these 2 grommets right here, 1, 2. You're gonna be able to actually tell where they go. You can see one grommet there in the front and the other grommet back there. So that's actually where those grommets go. Go ahead and connect this, your mass airflow sensor harness. Connect that, and this vacuum line back here. Alright, so now we're almost done. Now we just add basically the coolant. All right, here we go, round 2. I think it was almost full. Just need a little bit more. There you go. All right, so now basically what we do is we go ahead and turn the car on. You allow the thermostat to open, and when that thermostat opens, water gets sucked down, and then you have to fill it up. What I'm doing right now here, you actually just squeeze the, let me show you guys. Squeeze one of the top radiator hose and you can see the bubbles. It's called burping it. All the air bubbles that are trapped make their way up to the surface. And this is what you don't want. You do not want air bubbles trapped in your system because you can overheat due to air bubbles. So do this until it doesn't bubble no more.
So unfortunately my camera died, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use my phone. And it looks like the thermostat went ahead and already opened. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of coolant. Burp it out, continue to burp it. And it's just about now at operating temp. That's pretty much all it is. So doing a coolant flush, replacing the thermostat, honestly probably took me about an hour, maybe a little bit less. But yeah, real easy to do, simple tools, just a 12mm and a 10mm socket, swivel and an extension, and some pliers, and that's it. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be doing actually my master cylinder on the card in the next few days, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be uploading down how to actually change it. Real easy to do. But again, thanks guys for watching, really appreciate it. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day now. Later.